When you know that you are queer, but your favorite drink is beer, that's gayish. You can bottom without stopping, but you can't stand going shopping, that's gayish. Oh, gayish, you're probably gayish. Well, life's just too short for narrow stereotypes, so it's gayish. We're also gayish. It's Gayish with Mike and Kyle.
Hello, everyone in the podcast universe. This is Gayish,
the podcast that's now a Choose Your Own Adventure podcast.
Ooh, I go at page 54.
I'm page 55.
Great.
So your page has to be really short.
Great. That's probably then I died, because like the ones where you die are always like a paragraph.
One page, yeah.
I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Getz.
And we're here to bridge the gap between sexuality and actuality. And today, did you read Choose Your Own Adventure books as a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did every kid?
I think a lot of kids, except sad ones that had no books.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of kids without books who think the book readers are the sad ones. So
oh, that's true, but they're wrong.
The ass is always cleaner on the other side of the fence.
Side of the hole.
Yeah, well, that's not what we're here to talk about.
No, we're here to talk about Speedos.
We're going to talk about Speedos. I trounced you.
Yes. Well, it was a barely. It was like 47% to 41% or something like that.
Yeah, I had a strategic plan this time, though.
Was that to put in one horrible one that no one would want?
Nobody wanted hummingbirds, so I was like, I was gerrymandering my...
Yeah, but you did win. You won both polls.
Yeah, spell poll.
But the second place one is what we're going to talk about for our Patreon bonus episode, which is going to be solo sexuals.
Yup. Yeah. Great. We have some feedback.
I have feedback that I wanted to read.
You wanted to share some feedback. Okay,
yes.
Here we go.
This is from our email. Hey, just listened to your episode on chasers and Mike questioning whether he should feel bad for his experiences hooking up with trans men. Thought I'd share my experience as a trans man. In the context of hookups, I don't mind being sexualized for my trans identity as long as the other person still views me as a man. Those kinds of experiences actually helped me to accept my body and realize that having a vulva doesn't make me any less sexy of a man. I also sexualize men in their 40s because daddy yum, please spank me.
Great.
As long as we're both consenting adults, respect each other's boundaries, and are able to communicate about our wants and expectations, I say it's fun for everyone. To me, it only becomes problematic if the other person is incapable of seeing my personhood. There's a big difference between, hey, cute pictures, what are you into? By the way, I think it's hot that you're trans, versus, hey, what's in your pants? Kind regards and love the podcast, Aiden. And we got a couple messages in support of you saying that what you were doing was not chasing behavior or not problematic.
Everyone is so nice to me about this thing, except for the couple of people who aren't, but that's okay.
There were people that were mean about it?
I told you, there are people who, like, every time it comes up, somebody reaches out to say, like, well, then you must be bi, because they're just stupid.
Oh, because they don't understand that trans men are men and
Correct.
you're hooking up with men and that makes you gay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Thanks
for validating me.
Yeah, thanks for writing in.
Now the news.
Shut your mouth hole, it's time for your ear holes. News.
News the first. The United States Air Force has announced that it is going to deny all trans service members with 15 to 18 years of service the option to retire early, instead firing them without retirement benefits.
Oof.
Yeah. So a internal Air Force memo that was dated August 4th rescinded previously approved early retirements for trans troops, forcing them to choose between lump sum separation payments or involuntary removal. And this policy affects service members who could lose hundreds of thousands of dollars in lifetime benefits. Master Sergeant Logan Ireland described feeling, quote, betrayed and devastated when his approved retirement was denied. The decision follows the Supreme Court's May 2025 ruling allowing the Pentagon to implement a ban on trans troops serving in the military.
That sucks, especially if you're planning on these retirement benefits for your service, and now that all gets taken away for no reason.
Yeah. And it's like, makes it very, very clear that it's just animus, right? It's like, it has nothing to do with troop readiness, which is a lie. It has nothing to do with like unit cohesion, which is a lie. Has nothing to do with the expense of trans medical care. That's a lie. It's just that they think trans people are icky, and they don't think that anybody's going to come to trans people's defense when they fire them without the benefits that they were promised when they enlisted. And this isn't like you were in for a couple of years and expected full retirement. These are people with 15 to 18 years of dedicated service to our country. It's horrific and awful, and fuck this administration, and fuck you if you voted for him.
Yeah, totally. Everything's bad, and you should feel bad today. I don't feel like anyone's going to come to their defense either. Yeah,
I mean, it would have to be. You'd have to really like narrowly, like almost trick people into it to be like, we promised these service members retirements that are being taken away from them without like. It doesn't matter if they were trans or not. It's that these are service people.
Yeah.
Like we let them get on the plane first because we are supposed to care about who they are.
Can't you just enjoy getting on the plane first? Do you really need retirement benefits? I'm in group F or group G or whatever. Yeah. You get to get on before me. Just enjoy that.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I think it's active service members. So
right.
They're no longer that.
To add insult to injury, they're now in group F with Kyle. It's awful.
Yeah.
Everything's bad and you should feel bad today.
Yeah.
News the second.
Yeah.
It's not going to get better.
Uh-oh.
Actually it is. This one's better. A diverse coalition that includes the ACLU, National Education Association New Hampshire, GLBTQ Legal Advocates and Defenders, GLAD Law, 4 school districts and individual educators filed a federal lawsuit challenging New Hampshire's House Bill 2, which bans DEI programs pertaining to sexual orientation and gender identity in schools and public entities. Basically, New Hampshire is trying to do its own like felching of Trump's ass. Like, they're like trying to have state aid, $1 billion of annual state aid. In the name of DEI programs, they're having that aid be removed, like strong arming their institutions into removing DEI programs. The lawsuit argues the law violates federal civil rights law and First Amendment rights while being unconstitutionally vague, representing significant organized resistance to state-level anti-LGBT legislation. Yeah, so some specific impacts include potential removal of non-discrimination protections for trans students and policies making menstrual hygiene products available in gender-neutral bathrooms. Okay, I know it's like it shouldn't like focus on this. It's just one tiny little piece of fuckery in the fuckitude that is this landscape of fuckness. Why are people so mad at tampons in gender-neutral bathrooms? Like
that is wild. Like, are you that afraid of tampons? Like, what did the tampon ever do to you?
Like, exactly. Like, there's a lot of shit I don't use in a bathroom.
Yeah,
like,
the soap, the towels, the sink.
Well, yeah, but that's true. Usually not the urinal either, just because I'm pee shy. But
you go into the toilet?
No, I'm just making conversation, Kyle. That's what we're supposed to do. It's a podcast. I use the urinal.
It's hard to know what's the truth.
I know. Amen to that. But yeah. I don't. Just this idea that like, I don't know.
We have tampons in our work bathroom, and I'm happy when I see them.
Yeah, because
I know that they're being provided to people who need them.
Or like, you've used a gender-neutral bathroom before. It's your fucking bathroom.
Yeah.
Like, what is so threatening about it's just people have lost their goddamn minds. Fuck everyone.
Yeah, fuck everyone.
I don't know, Kyle. Anyway, these people are suing.
Yeah, okay.
There's
that's good.
There's a big old group of people, and they're suing the state of New Hampshire, saying like, nuh-uh. And
nuh-uh.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
News the last. Going over the pond, Kyle, to Budapest. Budapest Mayor Gergely Karaszkoni. It's impossible to say these names. It's Hungarian. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Karakszony. Mayor Gergely Karakszony. Anyway, basically, Viktor Orban, who is a dickbag fuckface asshole, who is the the head of Hungary's government, has increasingly authoritarian views and increasingly anti-LGBT views, and banned pride events. In March of 2025, he passed legislation that bans pride events completely, but the city of Budapest had one anyway.
Nice.
On June the 28th. It drew an estimated 300,000 participants.
Holy crap.
In defiance of the ban. And so the mayor of Budapest has been picked up by the police and questioned. So allegedly the mayor was in on defying the ban and is being questioned because of it. So it's a significant legal confrontation between local democratic leaders and Hungary's increasingly authoritarian anti-LGBT policies. But yeah, it's really interesting that that Hungary is so anti-LGBT because of this dickbag fuckface asshole, and that there's pockets of support happening anyway, and like, great. Thank you, Mayor Gargally, or whatever his name was, Karksany.
Yeah, that's the kind of mayor you want, someone who's willing to put their self on the line to support what's right for the city that they're the mayor of. That's great.
Yeah, and 300,000 people, it's kind of hard for that to fly under the radar. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's not subtle.
The mayor probably knew.
Yeah.
Probably at the very least looked the other way, if not like helped drive the buses.
Yeah. So. I'd wonder then what you do when you're being questioned. If you're just like, I don't know.
I'll have to talk to my people and get back to you.
Yeah. Yeah. I have no recollection of that.
Yeah. I do not recall. Anyway, that's the news.
Speaking of things I don't recall, it's to add the Patreon members.
Oh, great.
So great. Let me look them up right now.
Nailed it. We're so good at life today.
Okay. Thank you to our new Patreon members, Adrian Flynn. That's a hot name.
Yeah, it is.
You could be a porn star. And Stumped.
Oh.
Thank you to Stumped for sure.
Stumped?
Yep.
Stumped.
Yep.
Is it ED at the end?
Yep.
Stumped. Stumped.
Great. Stumped. Yeah, if you want ad-free episodes a day early, if you want to hear me remember to write down your name and say it out loud on an episode, if you want to use Mike's hole,
use my hole,
then go to patreon.com/Gayish podcast.
Do it.
Do you want to talk about Speedos?
Let's talk about Speedos, Kyle.
Do we have to talk about your win again?
Yeah.
Okay, you won.
I won. Moving on.
This was also a survey request.
Oh, great. Oh, yeah, that thing
that's still reaping benefits.
That was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Should we do that
now.
again? Are people tired of surveys? I feel like at work, every time we talk about doing a survey, somebody is like, fuck no. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody has time for that.
Ours was kind of long, too, so I don't know.
Well,
we still have topics that people suggested from the survey even today, so, you know.
We're still not listening to some of the feedback we got. I don't know, Kyle. Why am I so uncomfortable today? Is it the Speedos? Are they crushing my...
Oh, are you uncomfortable about Speedos?
My cock and balls? No. Just physically uncomfortable because we're live and in person.
We are live and in person.
When was the last time that happened?
It's been like a month.
It's like I don't know how to be.
What do you need, Mike?
I need to find a height for this microphone that doesn't make me feel claustrophobic or like I'm crushing my spine. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about the history of Speedos, Kyle.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all,
what is a Speedo?
What is a Speedo? Okay, so we need to... What? Okay, don't make that face at me.
I can't help it.
Yeah. Do we want to... Are we talking about just the brand, or are we talking about the style? The style. Okay. So by that we mean swimming briefs.
Yeah. Speedo is like whiteout. Like it's the brand name that is just represents now the entire category of thing.
Okay, great. I'm glad that we dialed that in because Speedo's a brand and they have a lot of swimwear that is not just the iconic tiny skimpy lycra briefs that dudes wear and ladies, but dudes seem to get the attention for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what year the company was founded?
No.
19... 1970 is incorrect. 1914.
Wow, that's early.
So it was founded by Alexander McRae. He was a Scottish immigrant to Sydney, Australia. So the Speedo, the Speedo logo? Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be a boomerang, which I never realized, but it's because it's an Australian company and has an Australian identity, and so that like weird kind of, I don't know, drunk 7 at the end of the Speedo name is supposed to be a boomerang.
Okay, I just had to look up the logo to see what you're talking about. I can see it. Or it looks like it looks like Star Trek, but just turned on its side.
It does look like Star Trek turned on its side, which let's start that rumor that Speedo eventually takes over everything and becomes the reason that we have one world government and that the United Federation of Planets takes over. Okay, anyway.
I have nothing to add to this journey that you went on. Sorry.
Okay. Well, that's gayish. So we have Speedo makes swimsuits and goggles and wristwatches and stuff, but we're going to talk about the
thing you think about when you think about
Speedos. Okay, so Alexander McRae, he was this Scottish dude, and he is from Loch Kishorn in the Western Highlands of Scotland, and he moved to Sydney, Australia in 1910, which, that's weird. Why do you do that?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but he was a milkman, and he founded McRae and Company Hosiery 4 years later, making underwear under the brand named Fortitude. And so the Australian Army needed socks during World War I, so they gave him a lot of money to make socks for the Army. And in 1927, he made his first line of swimwear, and it was called a racerback costume. So all of those old-timey like beach videos or photographs that you see, and people are basically wearing like whole ass dresses on the beach, like giant one-piece bikini things that are like frilly and like not super form-fitting. Mm-hmm. That's how he started was doing this.
Interesting that he got famous for the opposite.
Yeah. But I mean, that was just the style at the time, right? Like, and I'll talk a little bit more about the shift here in a little bit. But they called it a racerback costume, and that was just it had open shoulders and exposed back, and that was so that you could have a greater range of motion. But also, that was scandalously naked for the time.
How sexy! I see your shoulders, your sexy bony ass shoulders.
Yep, and. Maybe a little bit of ankle.
If you're lucky.
So in 1928, there was a naming contest, and it wasn't like a public contest. It was just like inside the company, the McRae staff. But they came up with the slogan, "Speed on in your Speedos." And that's how the name was born. The contest winner, Captain Parsonson, got £5 for his slogan, and the company was renamed Speedo Knitting Mills. In 1932, they had their first Olympic debut. Had a swimmer named Claire Dennis, who I thought was a lesbo for a while, but she wasn't, or at least she was closeted enough to marry a dude.
Were you exploring that as a hopefully gay connection? Exactly
right. So in 1936, the Berlin Summer Games saw the men's Australian swim team shirtless. They didn't wear full swimming outfits, but they wore swim trunks for the first time. And that's sort of the it didn't happen right away, but like then it became okay for dudes anyway to be topless in swimming and beach activities.
When did you say that was?
1936.
Okay.
Okay, so let's fast forward a little bit though, because in 1961, that's when arguably the modern Speedo brief was born, and they were hip hugger design. And a bunch of dudes wore them to Bondi Beach, which is a beach in Australia. And there was a lifeguard who liked to go around the beach with a measuring tape, which I think is hilarious. But there were rules about like what you could expose and how much you could expose, and these like totally did not fit the mold. They were supposed to be blockier and go at least a certain number of inches down your thigh. I think it was 7-inch down your thighs, and these were like short, and so they got in trouble.
I'm picturing someone like drowning off in the distance while the lifeguard's sitting there like measuring how long your
inseam is. Yeah, for sure. There was a bunch of them were arrested for indecent exposure.
Wow.
And it went to trial, and the newspaper followed this trial very closely. It was like everybody was like tuned into this, the Speedo trial of 1961. But ultimately the charges were dismissed because the judge said there was no pubic hair showing, so that meant it was okay.
That's a good rule for what you're wearing.
Is it?
Yeah, don't cover up your pubic hair.
I mean, there's some dudes that like, depending on the fit of the Speedo, would have like a lot of bush. And like, does your treasure trail count?
No.
Should it?
No.
Okay, great.
I have answers for all of these. I'm ready.
So after that trial, the most popular Speedo being sold was the 3-inch brief, and that is the closest thing that we have to, like, historically speaking, that's the closest thing to like what we now think of as a Speedo today. So it was in the mid 60s that came to be. Now, have you ever heard them called budgie smugglers?
No.
Apparently, budgerigar parrots are these little birds, and they started calling them budgie smugglers because they fit so tightly it looks like you're smuggling a bird in your like you've got. Is that a bird in there? You're just happy to see me.
Yeah.
It also gets called a banana hammock. Mm-hmm. But in the 1960s, there was a dude that went around and was looking at. I can't find the dude's name. Doesn't matter. There was a guy that was tracing the history of the Speedo and found that at least in the United States in the mid-60s, it was gay men who were most responsible for adopting the Speedo.
Yeah.
And not because they were swimming. You know what I mean? Like,
as just like, for like sexy times?
Not just casual beach party wear. Like they wanted to like max show off to each other in public, and that's how they did it. So by 1969, in an article in Philadelphia Magazine, quote, their public displays of affection, particularly among men wearing women's bathing suits on the main beach, turned off the townsfolk, and the city council, eager to protect its flock from glimpsing the terrifying outline of adult male genitalia, was moved to pass a law forbidding bikini bathing suits on males over 12.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting age, because like once you turn 13, it's suddenly inappropriate. Like,
I mean, and the whole thing is because like you could see the dick and balls. That's what it was about. But but basically, like, because there were so many gay dudes wearing Speedos on the beach, this town decided to ban them.
Yeah.
Unless you were over 12. Yeah. Let's see. Then Fire Island was one of the places where Speedos were not banned and not controversial, and that led to, at least in part, the popularity of it as a gay destination. Mm. Speedo legit has like a history in the Olympics and competitive swimming. It is, makes you glide through the water better than other kinds of materials, and that's why it gets used. And there's different styles. We're going to focus on the briefs today, but like there are full body Speedos for certain kinds of swimming. But yeah, it's turned into this like giant ass company and a huge brand, and one of the few brands to make that leap to like it is what it is now. It's like Q-Tip or Kleenex or like arguably Coke if you're in the South. Is just like the brand has become the thing.
Yeah,
which I think has a marketing name, doesn't it?
I don't know.
There's a term for that. Anyway, that's sort of the history of Speedos, Kyle. It was the gays. The gays made it happen.
The gays always make it happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to you about Speedo Summer.
Okay. What is Speedo Summer?
Speedo Summer, we're in the middle of Speedo Summer, supposedly.
Is that this summer or is that every summer?
This summer.
Oh, this summer is Speedo Summer.
This summer is Speedo Summer. There were recent articles in May.
How am I missing this banana boat, Kyle?
Well, because Is it actually happening? That's a different question. There were articles predicting Speedo summer. So in May 2025 in GQ, there was an article called "Are Straight Guys Ready for Speedo Summer?"
They are not.
And
At least not in this country. Go ahead.
Then the subtitle was, "After years of rising inseams, the revealing swimwear style finally feels poised for a breakout season among American men." In June of 2025 in the New York Times, there was an article called "Skimpy Men's Swimsuits Are Making a Splash," with the subtitle, "Swim Briefs Are Being Embraced by Trendy Brands, Publications, and Celebrities. Will they show up at a beach near you?" And in June, also in June of 2025, in Queerty, they said, "Media warns of an incoming Speedo summer as more and more straight men appropriate gay swimwear culture."
Okay.
Which that's a little intense. Like,
it's so
is
funny.
it appropriation?
Well, it's so funny that like late 60s article in Philadelphia was saying that like the gays were wearing women's swimwear, and now this is saying that the straights are wearing gay swimwear.
Yeah.
It's the circle of life, Kyle. It happens over and over again.
Yeah, for sure. So GQ, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the GQ article by Alyssa Vingen, which points to several recent examples of rising inseams. They talked about not necessarily Speedos, but just inseams getting higher and higher, shorter and shorter. Harry Styles wearing short shorts apparently was all the rage for a little bit. Walton Goggins on the cover of Cultured magazine wearing a yellow Speedo.
Ooh, okay.
And there was a Dolce & Gabbana ad for a fragrance that included some hot dude who was Theo James. I don't know who that is.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
No?
I saw the ads and don't know who that is.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Who is he?
He's been like hot for a long time.
Oh.
And he's in White Lotus.
Oh, I haven't
I
seen
think he
White
showed
Lotus.
his dong in White Lotus.
Oh, good for him. But he was in a Speedo in that Dolce & Gabbana ad.
Great.
So they said, quote, "All signs point to Speedos having a breakout summer stateside. While they've been a staple of the gay community and on European, Australian, and Brazilian coastlines for decades, they've yet to hit the American mainstream." They say the new modern man embraces more traditionally feminine things, like celebrities have been wearing skirts on the red carpet.
Yeah.
They pointed to e-boys as an example of men embracing more traditionally feminine things.
E-boys?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I can't. It's like a boy wearing like full on makeup and feminine things.
Oh.
What does e-boy mean? Let's see what Urban Dictionary says. The top definition is emo person who wants to live. That doesn't help. Anyway, they also said, quote, "The swim brief is still taboo in most of America and therefore requires an above average level of confidence in both your masculinity and in your physique." So they think it'll take more time to take off in the U.S. outside of LA, New York, and Miami. People still aren't used to seeing it. They said that many women are pro Speedo for men, and they're wearing it, like I said previously, is like more about the confidence and attitude that comes through when you're wearing it. So this is one of the many reasons I will not be wearing a Speedo, because I do not have the attitude and confidence of a Speedo wearer. And they said, quote, "Maybe the most compelling argument for the Speedo curious this summer, people want to see them. Nearly everyone I spoke to across the gender and sexuality spectrum is eager for men to embrace their sex appeal in public."
Okay. I mean, I'm down, but like
I don't know that that's universally true. The biases of the writer in who they're talking to might be coming through. You might be talking to a more liberal crowd of people that I don't know that what conservatives are eager for men to embrace their sexuality.
Yeah, I agree. An objectification of the male form.
That's like what they were like almost making an argument for the objectification of men. They're like, let's do it. Let's objectify men more.
Yeah. Oh, but but no, I get it. I get that that's like a I don't know. At least in the United States, like we sexualize women and advertising especially, but in general, I think, in a way that we don't with men or haven't with men. And it does feel like that's changing. And maybe that's gay culture's impact on the way that we do things. But like, I don't think everybody's ready for it. In fact, I think that the needle is moving the other direction now. Mm. That like things are too woke or too gay, then they're not buying it. They're actively fighting against it right now. I'm going to do quotes later on, but this is a quote from comedian Jay Jordan, who I don't know who that is, but he said, quote, "Objectify more men. That's what 2025 is all about. Who's to deny the masses of that? Make America horny again. That's the real Maha." So at least some people want us to. I think, yeah, why only have women in skimpy clothing on ads? Let's have men in skimpy clothing on ads too. Let's show more dong in movies. Like, yeah. Well, and some of that is like the whole saying that like dicks are pornographic, but tits are not. Mm-hmm. And like, I think that that's maybe why, like, even though you don't see the dick, but like you do, or you see it more than in other kinds of swimwear. Yeah. I think that might be sort of why. It's the phallocentrism of Western society.
Yeah.
Ick.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I'm going to talk to you about speedophobia, Kyle. You already like picked up on some of it.
Okay.
In the stuff that you were mentioning, but like the United States of America is like literally the only country that has this level of anxiety about Speedos and wearing them, and like there are places in France where pools legally require men to wear Speedos.
Really?
For hygiene reasons. And then...
Is that more hygienic? What's more hygienic about a Speedo compared to like board shorts?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Huh.
But that's what I read.
Huh.
But there are water parks in the United States of America that ban them because they're too provocative. Mm. And so let's talk about like some of the reasons why.
Okay.
So first, people point to American Puritanism, that like we have always had like wear longer skirts to cover your ankles, and like ladies cover your heads with the like weird bonnet things when you're, you know, back in the day when we first were founding the country, and that you're supposed to be conservative in dress, and that still in weird ways affects our culture.
Yeah, we're like fine with violence but hate nudity.
Yeah. Yeah.
For some reason.
And
it's the opposite other places.
But that's a maybe an expression of historical American Puritanism. Then there is, some people think that the gays did this too, that in the 1980s that Speedos briefly went mainstream. Then there's like the message gets out, at least in the United States, that that's because of the gays, that those are gay, and then that makes straight men sort of run from the Speedo. Weirdly enough, a similar pattern happened with musical theater, that straight guys used to go to Broadway shows way more often, and then once it became associated with the gays, they ran the other direction.
Straight guys are so terrified of being accused of being gay.
Yeah.
And doing anything that I was too when I was a kid, but that's because I was gay, not because like they're just like their masculinity is so fragile. Like the idea of being gay is like the worst thing in the world. They gotta hide from anything that could possibly be gay.
Yep, 100%. So some people have pointed to Michael Jordan's influence, that like the baggy basketball short was really around the time that Michael Jordan was becoming a basketball mega superstar. Like if you think about like Larry Bird and the Celtics, and you think about those teeny tiny ass basketball shorts from the 70s, that was changing about the time that Jordan was becoming a superstar, and he wore these super ass baggy basketball shorts, and that was like a trend, so that like straight dudes watching sports got more into like looser clothing.
Yeah, gays didn't get that message because we were not watching basketball.
Right. Yep. Let's see. There's also Michael Kimmel is the name of a researcher, and he says that American men avoid Speedos because, quote, caring about appearance is coded feminine. That American masculinity is based on repudiating the feminine, like being as unfeminine as possible. Something even smells slightly of femininity, run the other way.
Yeah, like a tampon in the bathroom.
Yeah, like a tampon in the bathroom. Exactly right. And so like anyway, his theory is just that you have to have a rockin' bod, or at least be confident about your body to wear a Speedo out in public. Caring about your appearance is something that chicks do, so it's gay and I can't do it.
Yeah.
Which I think that might be a lot of it, at least in this country.
Yeah, I believe that.
And then the last thing that I want to talk about, because I always want to talk about it, it's about penis size. So that Speedos are avoided in this country because your package will be seen by everyone. And 45 to 68% of American men report penis size anxiety, which is the highest percentage in the world.
Wow, we're the most anxious about our dicks?
At least in Western society. And so that it might be just because like American dudes are insecure about the size of their package, and so they don't want to wear something that's going to be accentuating specifically the size of their package.
Why are we more insecure than other countries?
Well, I think because we have the most weird insecure masculinity and toxic masculinity, and I think that like we equate genitalia with gender, and like boys have a penis and girls have a vagina, so the more penis you have, the more of a boy you are. To have less of a penis means you're less of a boy, less of a man, and that's like all of that feeds into this weird like big dicks are nothing.
Yeah. I just was hit with this memory that there was a rumor about a kid in like high school that his dick was so big he could tie it in a knot.
Oh, was it true? Call me.
I doubt it. That seems impossible, right?
I don't know.
That doesn't seem like it'd be possible.
Maybe
you have to have a really large but flaccid dick.
Yeah, or I think you'd have to be a grower, not a shower, and be soft. It just like stretch that shit out like a rubber band.
You have to be a shower because you need like a really soft, long dick.
Is that true?
To tie it in a knot? I think so. If you have a small dick, then you can't. There's no knot.
Right. Well, where I'm going with this is if you're a grower, then that means you start out small but are really stretchy, and that it would stretch out and be thin so that you could stretch it out and then. But I think if like a soft dick that's like big is also likely like that's about as thick as it's going to get, and that would make it harder to tie in a knot than the thinner stretched out version.
I just don't think it's possible.
I also don't know if it's possible. I don't think it's possible. Although there was that there are some people who can fuck themselves, so
that's true. But that seems more like I've seen that, so I know that's true. I've never seen anyone tie their dick in a knot.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, sure. It's gayishpodcast@gmail.com. 555 gayish if you want to send in any of those. But okay, so I actually find, as nervous as it makes me to talk about like penis size and being a size queen and all of that, I think that this is probably the thing. Like to me, this is the smoking gun for why American men are afraid of Speedos. That it's just about increased modesty because we have more anxiety about dick size.
See, I like the gay theory that like if people are running away from anything that's gay.
And it also could be a combination of all of these things, right?
Is.
But everyone does seem to be in agreement that like Speedos are just like not a thing that Americans do.
Yeah.
That's like everywhere else in the world is fine, and that this is a uniquely American problem to not wear Speedos.
Yeah.
And all of it checks out. Like, when you travel the world and go to other places, you see a lot more Speedos at the pool, on the beach, whatever. And people just give zero fucks or less fucks than we do.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Like,
it's really weird.
But here we are.
Yeah. I'm going to read you some quotes.
Okay. Read me some quotes, Kyle.
This is from back to comedian Jay Jordan, who, again, I don't know who that is.
That sounds like a made-up name for somebody else, like Jackie Jomp Jomp.
Apparently, Jay invited a straight friend to Fire Island last summer, but under the condition that he wear a Speedo.
Nice.
I think that's mean.
Why?
I think that's real shitty.
Well, I mean, was it because they're doing a social experiment, or
I don't know. The friend did it, and it worked out. The friend said he felt free.
Oh.
Jay said, "This is the kind of freedom we could all be experiencing. It was both an exercise in equality as well as what kind of man are you going to be? Are you going to be a man who's still tied down to all these old school ideas?
Tied in a knot?
Or, or am I going to branch out into this fun, new, modern man?" Which I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah. As someone, I personally will never wear a Speedo.
Yeah.
So the idea that like you have to wear a Speedo to be free and to be a new modern man and to not be tied down bugs me.
This is not the only context in which this is true. There are people that will have a enlightening or a freeing experience and assume that that same thing will be similarly enlightening or freeing for others.
Yeah.
And it really pisses me off. It's like the people that are just like, you just got to dance, man. Like, just come out. Like, they're grabbing you by the arm, trying to force you out on the dance floor with like, you'll have fun once you're out there. Just let yourself go. Like, okay, I get it. You enjoy dancing and you overcame some kind of anxiety about going out and dancing. And so you like now, but you assuming that that's going to be the same for everyone else if they're just forced to is just, that's wrong. That's like, you can't, it's not how it works.
Yeah.
So I think that this is that like nudists, right? They like go out and they have their first naked experience on the beach or whatever. And they're just like, I felt so great getting my testicles sunburned or whatever. and you would too. Just like get over yourself and come do it. Like, no,
Yeah.
you don't speak for me.
Yeah. You don't get to decide if I'm going to have an enlightening experience. Jay Jordan Dormchub also says, quote, "These are very conflicting ideals. Everyone wants to be this rizzed up Jim Sigma." I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Gen Z speak, man.
Yeah. But you're scared to show your thighs and your bulge. How much material difference is there between 3-inch running shorts and a Speedo, besides the fear that you're going to be seen as gay? We give queer men permission to feel sexy, but we kind of strip that away from a lot of cis hetero men.
Yeah. True that.
Which I agree with that. I think gay men are allowed to take care of themselves and put effort into their appearance, like you were talking about before. Like, but cis straight guys, if they do that, they're gay, and that's something that they run from.
Yep. And also, like, okay, this is an interesting argument that I'm now sort of compelled by. A 3, 4, 5-inch running short can be even more revealing than a Speedo sometimes because it's not all sucked up into the body by the elasticity there. Like, shit can flop around in a running trunk, running brief. And yet Speedos are gay and short shorts are not.
Yeah.
Necessarily. Like, they're gayer than board shorts.
I was going to say they're gayer, but
like a straight guy could get away with wearing a running short before he could get away with with a Speedo.
Yeah.
Because they're not as gay.
Yeah.
And like, maybe I'm turning around to your like thinking that it's the gay thing that is the cause of Speedophobia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Friend of the author of this article's named Alex Smith said they wore a Speedo as a college swimmer. Gay men, we have a history with Speedos. In a weird way, this feels like a natural continuation of straight men becoming more gender fluid in their presentation. We've progressed past the painted nails and the pearls, and now we're doing hot boy summer with the Speedos. Mm-hmm. So it's interesting because you mentioned you think we're taking steps back in this regard. It sounds like some people, maybe we're in getting more polarized. Some people are now more able to express themselves and do traditionally feminine things, and other people are becoming more conservative in their beliefs and staunchly held masculinity ideals.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where, like, okay, also being like half or mostly naked in public is a game for the young, mostly. And we know that Gen Z and Gen Alpha are less hung up about certain things. So I wonder if all of it can be true at the same time. Mm-hmm. Like, I wonder if older cis straight American men are even more staunchly against skin and Speedos and anything gay, while the kiddos, who are actually the ones that are out there sunbathing, are less hung up about it and more likely to explore.
Yeah, I could definitely see there being an age divide on this.
Yeah.
Doug Conklin, Speedo's senior vice president of global design, said, quote, "When people start wearing it, there were threats of arrest for indecent exposure. In a way, this is built-in sense of rebellion, and I don't care what you think."
Yeah.
Which I do think there has to be a little bit of I don't care what you think when you wear a Speedo, or I care a lot about what you think and I'm trying to show off how hot I am.
Right. Or, it could be all of those things at the same time, maybe.
Well, it can't be I don't care what you think and I do care what you think at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know that I look at someone in a Speedo and think, what a rebel.
I would maybe Costco.
That's true. At Costco, yeah, for sure. Lastly, friend of the author, Ray Witt, said, quote, "Fit is crucial, but it's also the energy. Super secure in his masculinity and has zero issue if the bros rib him about looking a little gay. Those are both very hot, and Speedo is just representative of that. Aesthetically, I'm preferring the tiny shorts to the brief variety of swimsuit, but conceptually, I'm into the mindset of someone that's wearing it." This is, again, why I won't be wearing this, because I do not have the confidence or attitude of someone who wears a Speedo.
This is also making a distinction between tiny shorts and Speedos, and tiny shorts and briefs, and saying that he's down with one but not the other.
But he's into the mindset of both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do maybe 5-inch inseam shorts. Maybe that might be as small as I go.
Like chubbies or whatever they're called?
That's rude.
No, but isn't that a brand of shorts?
Oh, I don't know.
I think so. I think it's something like that.
Those are my quotes.
Great. Good work. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about Speedo gay awakenings in the Patreon segment.
Oh, okay.
But for now, I'm going to talk to you about Speedo and their support of LGBT folks and how they're doing. Anyway, so Speedo operates in 175 countries and has $550 million in annual revenue and has 70% market share in performance swimwear. Damn. That has continued to go up despite the fact that they have been gay as hell since 2018, if not earlier. So in 2018, they started their "no matter which lane you swim" messaging.
Wow.
They had rainbow designs. They sponsored LA Pride and New York City Pride that year. And again, that has not impacted at all their continued dominance of the competitive swimwear segment. Quote, "Speedo USA fosters an inclusive environment in all areas of its business. We are proud to bring that same spirit to our apparel offerings this month and connect athletes of all orientations with LGBTQ swim communities as we support Pride in June and beyond." That was in June of 2018.
I wonder how much of this is they know a big part of their market is gay people, so they can't distance themselves from the gay people because that would then cost them money. Is it all just connected to the money they make off of the gay people?
Yes, of course it is.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. And there's also straight people, the athletes, are sort of forced to use Speedo. It legit makes a difference in the performance of swimmers and divers. And so swimming and diving actually are weirdly toxically masculine. Lots of straight bros and lots of homophobia. Not very many people are out. More people are out in those sports than in some others, like the professional football here in the United States. But it is still a pretty bro-y, toxic situation. But 92% of Olympic medals, at least in 2008, were won by athletes that were wearing Speedos.
Wow.
Including all of Michael Phelps's 8 gold medals that year. He's a Speedo bro. And so basically you've got anybody who's involved in the athletics of it, regardless of their gender or sexuality, has to wear something that helps with their performance. So they will always be seen. Those are actually sports that, because you can see them, attract lots of thirsty gays. And so they're more likely to rock a Speedo out in public. So it's all synergistic or something
Yeah.
in terms of how it works. Let's see. So European sales are up 200% since 2018. Again, this is despite the gay as hell marketing that they've done. Apparently, in Asia, the Asian market almost exclusively wears briefs. Europe is a mix of briefs and other cuts, and America is the least Speedo buying place in the world. They have an annual Pride collection that includes rainbow type fabric and they always promote those using openly gay athletes when other brands won't put gay athletes front and center, at least not as much as Speedo does. They continue to sponsor major Pride events throughout the world. So basically when it comes to using male objectification to get gay money, they're pretty good at it. But
it helps that the sport that they do requires them to be mostly naked.
Yeah.
Anyway,
100%.
So it's easy tie-in.
But I think it would also be just as easy for them to not support us, and but they continue to. Obviously, there's a bottom line calculation that's happening there. I'm not in denial about that at all, but I don't think that they have to. Yeah. I think that Speedo would continue to be as popular worldwide. It would continue to be not as popular here in the United States. It would continue to be the choice of athletes because they are superior in terms of their performance athletically. And but I don't think that they have to sponsor LA Pride, but they choose to. And I think that we can give them a little bit of credit for that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. A tiny bit of credit.
Yeah.
So we can feel good about buying our Speedos as we prepare for the cruise in 2027.
Yeah, get your Speedo bod ready, everybody.
Okay, I'm going to do an Ask Reddit.
Okay, Ask Reddit.
This was posted by a deleted user to Ask Gay Bros, and the question was, are Speedos an identity statement?
They can be, maybe. Tell me more.
One of the question was deleted, so we don't have any more about their actual question. But some of the comments are, I've got a question, y'all. Is this an American thing? I mean, I come from fucking Eastern Europe, and Speedos have been considered totally normal around here. Maybe something has changed in the past few years, but I remember that in the past, Speedos were like a staple of men's swimwear. Were the staple of men's swimwear. And then a response to this comment was, most Americans don't wear anything but anything shorter than mid-thigh length. I've seen below-the-knee basketball shorts sold as swimwear here. It's almost comical. There has been a gradual shift towards shorter shorts again in the past few years, but widespread adoption of Speedos in the U.S. is still pretty far away. Yeah. Of course, I just wear whatever I want, and people assume I'm gay or European.
Gay or European is a fun game.
And this is a good, wearing a Speedo in America would be a fun game of gay or European. A response to this then was, Jesus fucking Christ, mid-thigh length is something I wear on the daily basis in the summer when I'm on holidays. I know it's all subjective, but for me, mid-thigh length swim shorts are so uncomfortable. When you come out of water, it's soaking wet and sticks to your thighs. Someone said, in response to the fact that he said, people assume I'm gay or European, someone said, I'm gay and European. And since I'm gay, I don't fucking care anymore. I wear briefs on the daily basis, and I recently bought a new Speedo with the intention to start going swimming once a week. I couldn't care less about what anyone could think about it. I was thinking about this the other day, and one of the things that make me glad I'm gay is the fact that I don't have to give a flying fuck about any societal expectations. I can be whoever I want. I can do whatever I want. I can wear whatever I want. A couple of months ago, I didn't have the balls to shave the beard and rock the mustache solo, but now I have a dick broom and I'm fucking proud of it.
What?
I'm not out.
What does that mean?
But I don't care anymore if that makes me look gay. Period.
I don't understand.
This person gained the confidence.
A dick broom?
I guess that's a nickname for a mustache.
Okay.
I've never heard that before, but I really like it.
Great.
Yeah. Do is this another one of those things that we broke the societal norm by being gay, and now we get to wear Speedos because of it and not care what people think?
Yes.
I don't know. I think
Maybe. I don't know. Because I also think that like gays are so like bad to each other. Like that, body positivity is, I think, more difficult sometimes in the gay community, but also not like basically the hot ones are naked all the time and the rest of us aren't. And there's a weird tension there. I don't know.
It's interesting that gays are more likely to wear Speedos because we just know they are, and gays are some of the most insecure about their bodies.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that those two, like you said, maybe it's just that the hot ones are the ones wearing the Speedos, and the rest of us are like, cool, I guess I'll just look at the guys in the Speedos.
Yeah.
I don't know. Another comment: in many countries, Speedos are very common for adult men. Someone else said, it's a measure of confidence. If you can embrace yourself on a cold day in Speedos, you'll love yourself forever.
Well, see my comments about like, you don't know that for sure.
Yeah. In the U.S., I'd say, I'm not going to wear a Speedo on a family vacation, but in PV or the Pines, Palm Springs, P-Town, etc., obviously fine.
Yeah.
And it does seem like there is a location basis for when Speedos are more likely to show up.
We haven't talked about the fact that they're super duper popular in Brazil and other parts in Latin America, and how like that doesn't fit for me just because culturally there's some attitudes about masculinity in Latin America that like you would think would have the same, I'm not wearing that because it's gay, and it doesn't.
But it's just not gay elsewhere. I think that's just in the U.S. that it's gay. I think like because it doesn't have that same stigma, then straight dudes are allowed to do it and feel okay about it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The last comment is, it's an American thing and I've never worn a Speedo. LOL. Doesn't feel comfortable on my skin. Nevertheless, it's great you project that confidence. Yeah. Good for you. Good for you for wearing a Speedo, I guess, but not for me.
Well done.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I did wear one once.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When?
When I was in LA right after the pandemic. I was like feeling pretty good about my body at that stage. I was down there with Menomenon.
You own a Speedo?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's seen the light of day exactly once. This is the story I'm telling now. Okay, Kyle.
Okay.
We're going to play a game. Are you ready?
Okay, sure.
I know you love these. Today's game, Speedo or lube?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Let's do it.
How do you think you're going to do?
Not great.
Okay. Let's start with Solar Inch.
Speedo.
Correct. That is a Speedo. It is their ultra minimal swimsuit. It's very little.
There's levels of littleness to the Speedo. It seems like it's just.
It's a 1 inch
damn
brief, which I don't know. Like, where do you put it though?
You can put it anywhere.
Wet platinum.
Okay, that's got to be lube.
That is a lube. Correct. How about Power Flex?
Oh, that's hot. Maybe a Speedo.
That is a Speedo. It's actually the Power Flex Eco Dive.
Sure.
Stroke 29.
Okay, I think you're trying to trick me because it has the word stroke in there. I think that's a Speedo.
That is lube.
Oh,
it is
fuck.
a masturbation cream.
What's that mean?
I don't know, but that's what it says.
Okay.
How about Pure Intent?
I think that's a lube.
That is a Speedo. It is the LZR Pure Intent. It is a $400 racing suit, and it's not just the Speedo brief, but like the whole.
Pure Intent. Wow, that's so sexual, though.
Yeah. How about Glide?
That's a good name for either of them. Lube.
I'm going to give it to you. It's both.
Oh, shit.
ID Glide is one of the most popular water-based lubes, and the Arena Carbon Glide is a high-tech racing suit. So it is both. So I'm going to give it to you.
Yes.
How about pink water?
Oh, weird. I'm going to go Speedo.
That is a lube.
Oh, is it pink?
It is it's pink branded water-based lube. Pink water.
Interesting.
How about Endurance Splice?
Okay, I'm going to go Speedo on that one.
That is a Speedo. It is their chlorine-resistant line. How about gun oil?
Oh, that's lube.
That is a lube. Have used it. And last but not least, Carbon Core.
I'm going to go Speedo.
That is a Speedo. It's Arena's Power Skin Carbon Core FX. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got 7 out of 10, Kyle. That's a C minus.
Yeah, I passed.
C's get degrees.
Yeah.
I do think it's really interesting that like the naming here, like they're all about being like slippery and slidey and going through the water, and so like they have some
overlap.
Some overlap there in their branding. Speedo or lube, Kyle? You did it.
So are you planning on wearing a Speedo anytime in the future?
I don't know, Kyle. So my basement has a swimming pool in it. Mm-hmm. I forget how much I've talked about it on the show before, but like there's a whole ass broken swimming pool in the basement of this house, so we just kind of like ignored that wing of the house. They're going to start taking it out of there tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
And so there's going to be like an extra room, and I'm turning it into a gym. And the goal is to be maybe Speedo ready by the cruise.
Oh.
And then I will definitely chicken out. So I don't know, man. I'm old. I'm 46. Nobody wants to see a 46-year-old in a Speedo. Okay, now that I hear it, I said out loud, I'm sure that there are some people who would like to see that, Daddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It sounded like you're always you said like never,
just like
never,
just yeah. It doesn't matter what my body looks like. I will never be that level of confident, and I don't know. Yeah.
If I do, it's probably my boyfriend's fault. That boy, it's hard to keep clothes on him. And he rocks a Speedo on a regular basis, just like to go to Costco. So I don't know. I could see a vacation in our near future, like maybe doing that together, which is weird, but like
wearing Speedos together? Yeah. That's so gay.
I know, right?
That's one of the gayest things I've ever heard.
You're welcome. Do you like the way that they look?
I think they look great on hot guys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's not about the Speedo. It's about the fact that I get to see your whole ass body. Mm-hmm. Like I don't think the Speedo looks good. Right. I think the rest of you looks good. Right. So it's not about the Speedo at all. Indirectly, it's about the Speedo.
Right.
Are you into guys wearing Speedos?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like, I think I like a little bit of mystery. Yeah. And like I said, because of the material, the elasticity of the material, it can actually like sucks everything up in like it's hard to tell sometimes how big that dick's going to be.
Yeah.
Cuz it's like shrink wrapped in there, you know?
Yeah.
I think that there are other articles of clothing that are actually more revealing. Mm-hmm. But yes, obviously, like skin is hot if you're hot, so be hot and show that off. Why not?
Yeah.
Derek, do you own a Speedo? No, he does not. Okay, that's disappointing. Okay, did we do it?
I think so.
We talked about Speedos?
We talked about Speedos.
They're pretty gay.
They're gay. They're very gay, especially here in the U.S.
Yeah.
And we just haven't caught on. I don't think this. I don't know. I don't go to the beach, so I'm the last person to be able to say if Speedo summer this summer has actually happened. But
the beach is terrible.
Yeah.
Just like, oh my God, sand everywhere, and the sun. You know how much I hate the sun.
Yeah.
And no, it's not for me. But if it's for you, that's great.
Yeah,
go for it.
Speedos are gay.
Okay. So I'm during the Patreon segment, I'm gonna talk to you more about like hot guys in Speedos. So
that's exciting.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Should we take a break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Let's take a break.
Pew.
I don't know what that had to do with anything.
This is the part where Mike and Kyle take a break.
So are we back?
We're back.
We're back.
We're going to do our Gayest and Straightest.
We're going to do our Gayest and Straightest, but first, hey. Local gay bar review. I forgot that I was going to do one of those, and I'm going to do one of those right now.
Okay.
I totally knew. And
you're prepared and have your thing open and everything.
Yep. Oh. Yeah. This one's from the tour. You were there.
Oh.
It's going to be great. I'm going to talk to you about The Hidden Door in Dallas, Texas. This was the place that had the giant outdoor area.
Oh.
And there were lots of different kinds of people. Just every kind of body was out there. I felt like it was pretty diverse in terms of like skin tone, like gender expression. I mean, it's mostly dudes. It was a sausage fest. But my favorite part, though, there was dollar beers.
Yeah.
Which I can drink a lot of beer for $1, Kyle. There's this giant outdoor space, had porta potties and dollar draft beers. And I said, Kyle made out with a boy that loves him. The boy with the hat?
Boy with the hat, yeah.
He loved you.
He loved me?
Yeah, for sure. He was like planning your wedding also. Like that. You've had multiple weddings planned.
I don't know that we got that far. He was like lamenting that like we had to leave.
Yeah, he was real sad that you were going back to Seattle.
And that he asked multiple times and it kept not changing that I was leaving.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And also, like, I think that's why we went to the Eagle, maybe, to follow him, to find him.
Yeah.
I forget, but that's a future local gay bar review, Kyle.
Okay.
Hidden Door Dallas. It was really fun. I got a sunburn. 3.5 dildos.
Okay, that's a solid score.
Yeah. What do you want to give it?
It was, there were just huge lines for the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give it 3.
Yeah. Not if you wanted dollar beers, Kyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Our website is gayishpodcast.com.
We're on social media at Gayish Podcast, or you can find our contact info, our Discord or Facebook group at gayishpodcast.com/contact.
Our hotline, you can send us text messages or leave us voicemails, especially if it's your Gayest and Straightest. It's 5855-GAYISH. That's 585-542-9474. Standard rates apply.
Our email is gayishpodcast@gmail.com.
And our physical mailing address is Post Office Box 19882, Seattle, Washington, 98109.
Thanks to everyone who came out to our 450th episode for Patreon. That was Patreon happy hour was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Yeah,
it was lovely. I was exhausted, but it was lovely.
Yeah, it was great.
And those happy hours are always fun, actually.
Yeah.
The next one is in 3 months.
See you then.
Come to the cruise, everybody.
Yeah.
We're doing a cruise. It's in 2027. That keeps coming up. I think people are waiting because it's so far away, which I get. That's totally fine. But also, like, it seems like it should be next year, and it's not. It's the year after that. It's February of 2027.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, you can come see us not wearing Speedos on the ship.
Yeah. I'll be maybe wearing a Speedo. We'll see.
Oh,
I doubt it, though.
Tease.
Yeah. And buy our book. That's at gayishpodcast.com/book.
Yeah.
gayishpodcast.com/cruise. gayishpodcast.com/book.
Yeah, do both those things.
Yeah.
Gayest and Straightest?
Okay, let's do our Gayest and Straightest.
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
My gayest was drinking rosé for our 450th episode.
Yeah, you were drinking rosé.
And it felt very classic. I bought it warm and I did not have enough time, so I had some ice in it. So I don't know if that makes it one way or the other, but
no, there's no wrong way to drink rosé, Kyle.
I appreciate that.
I also think there's no right way to drink rosé.
That's a different story. And then my straightest is not knowing what the phrase bricked up meant.
Oh.
Someone said that to me on Sniffies and I was like, oh, okay. And then went to Urban Dictionary and typed it in and was like, oh.
An erection.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hard as a brick.
Yeah. Yeah. So not knowing the slang. Now I know.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. A little vocab lesson.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, sure. Why not? How about you?
Well, the straightest thing about me this week is being in San Francisco for work all last week, and the number of bro hugs I had to give my tech bros because I was in person instead of over Zoom or whatever. And just like that, like you've got to lean in and you've got to hit on the back because like the violence makes it less intimate somehow.
I feel like you turn a little bit to the side so you're not fully frontal touching. Like
Yeah, and like keep a Bible between you.
Yeah, exactly. Leave room for Jesus.
And then the gayest thing about me this week was I went out to a local gay bar review that I will do in a future time, and got brazenly hit on by this boy who convinced me to go to another bar with him. And I was like, oh, this boy is super drunk and I'm not into it. So he disappeared to talk to his friend for a second, and I just left. I ghosted him. I didn't say goodbye. I just fucking left.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder if he had that moment where he came back and he was like, well, fuck.
I don't know. He was falling down drunk, though. He might not, like, who knows what's true for him.
Yeah, it's true. He could be dead by now.
Yeah. Okay, we have a listener's Gayest and Straightest?
Yeah, we do.
Hello, darlings. My name is Brandon. I go by Eclat the Minuit on my advice column, which serves as my gayest for the week. I am currently researching the Wheel of the Year in pagan traditions with 3 folkloric icons to serve as examples. My straightest this week probably is job searching. It's very boring, very dull, not very cutesy or demure.
I agree that dull, boring things tend to get stereotyped as straight to me.
Yeah, I also feel like for some reason just like a 9-to-5 regular gig is pretty straight. That like gays are more creative than that.
Yeah, for sure.
Or, like they have. I do 4 jobs, or like the job that I do is influencer, or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, we did it.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you to all of the Speedo wearers everywhere, especially Tom Daly. Sit on my face.
And thank you to our super Gappridgers. Thank you to Locomotive, Simon Strachey, Kaylee Adams, Kit Oliver, Kobe Gordon, Squoggle, Andrew Bugby, William Bryant, John Crowley, Stephen Porch, Yo Stossel, Jonathan Montanius, Forrest Snell, Steve Douglas, Explosive Zania, Michael Covington, Thomas B, Dusty Sands, A. Coleman, Chris Cacciatorians, Jerome York, and Cian and Javi. Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your money. That's it. This has been Gayish from the Chris Cacciatorian Studios. I'm Mike Johnson.
I'm Kyle Getz. Until next week, be butch, be fabulous, be you. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Wear a Speedo.
Sure.